Proverbs 18:11, it says, "The rich man's wealth is his strong city, and as an high wall in his own conceit." Like Trump, right? A rich man's wealth is in his strong city. That's where his wealth is. And the earth is full of violence. We wonder why the earth is full of violence. And as a high wall in his own conceit. And they're so haughty, arrogant. Trump is a perfect example of this, a high wall in his own conceit. Does he not want to build that high wall? Most I trying to show you something. These are the traits of man. It's a pattern throughout history. And we just continue following man. Nobody else has these recorded patterns in the organized manner that the Most High has put them in with the word. Because the Most High understands all things and understands how everything's supposed to fit together. We're the ones that don't understand. These are the ways of man. And we continue obeying man over the Creator, right? Let's go to Proverbs 11. And it says in verse 4, "Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death." Riches profit not in the day of wrath. Y'all saw all those fires in California? Rich people losing their homes. Riches do not profit in the day of wrath. So don't put your faith in what they tell you to put your faith in. No, riches don't profit in the day of wrath. But righteousness delivers from death. Righteousness delivers from death. The Most High told you righteousness delivers from death. Period. Righteousness delivers from death. Nothing else. Money, cars, clothes, none of that stuff. Right? None of that is going to deliver from death. People get killed in Bugattis and nice luxury cars. People get killed in Louis Vuitton. People get killed in whatever. You name it. People get killed in mansions. No. And I ain't talking about natural death either. So yes, righteousness delivers from death. Well, I wanted to go over something else as well. Let's go to that's right. The World War. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 25. All right. Jeremiah 25, it says, "The word that came to Jeremiah concerning all the people of Judah in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, That was the first year of Nebuchadnezzar, or Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babylon, the which Jeremiah the prophet spake unto all the people of Judah, and to all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, saying, From the 13th year of Josiah, the son of Amon, king of Judah, even unto this day, that is the 23rd year, the 23rd year, the word of Yah has come unto me, and I have spoken unto you, rising early and speaking, but you have not hearkened. And Yah has sent unto you all his servants the prophets, rising early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened, nor inclined your ear to hear. They said, Turn ye again now every one from his evil way, and from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land that Yah has given unto you and to your fathers for ever and ever, and go not after other gods to serve them and to worship them, and provoke me not to anger with the works of your hands, and I will do you no hurt. In verse 7, Yet ye have not hearkened unto me, saying, Yah saith Yah, that ye might provoke me to anger with the works of your hands to your own hurt. Therefore thus saith Yah of hosts, because you have not heard my words, behold, I will send and take all the families of the north, saith Yah, and Nebuchadrezzar the king of Babylon, my servant, and all bring them against this, and will bring them against this land, and against the inhabitants thereof, and against all these nations round about, and utterly destroy them, and make them an astonishment, and a hissing, and perpetual desolations. Moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth, and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, the voice of the bride, the sound of the millstones, and the light of the candle, and this whole land shall be a desolation and an astonishment. And these nations shall serve the king of Babylon 70 years. And now we're getting into the next part of what's about to happen. Listen closely. In verse 12 it says, And it shall come to pass, when 70 years are accomplished, that I will punish the king of Babylon and that nation, saith Yah, for their iniquity in the land of the Chaldeans, and will make it perpetual desolations. And I will bring upon that land all my words which I have pronounced against it, even all that is written in this book, which Jeremiah has prophesied against all the nations. For many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of them also, and I will recompense them according to their deeds and according to the works of their own hands. So he's going to destroy them, right? They're going to become a desolation after the Most High releases Israel from bondage after 70 years, serving captivity in Babylon. Verse 15. This is the part that we need to really listen to. For thus saith Yah Elohim of Israel unto me, Take the wine cup of this fury. Because I want you to see the same thing the Most High did to old Babylon is the same thing the Most High is going to do to new Babylon. You heard all the things that the Most High did to destroy old Babylon and make it a desolation. Now, listen to what the Most High is going to do to new Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, the daughter of the Chaldeans, the land of the North America, the system, right? Verse 16 or verse 15. For thus saith Yah Elohim of Israel unto me, Take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send you to drink it. And they shall drink and be moved and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them. They're going to be angry because of the sword the Most High is going to send among them, the nations. So this tells you why the nations hate Israel so much. Because they're angry at the sword the Most High is sending to them. Now listen, verse 17. Then took I the cup of Yah's hand, and made all the nations to drink, unto whom Yah had sent me, to wit, Jerusalem, and the cities of Judah, and the kings thereof, and the princes thereof, to make them a desolation, an astonishment, a hissing and a curse, as it is this day. Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and his servants, and his princes, and all his people, and all the mingled people, and all the kings of the land of Uz, and all the kings of the land of the Philistines, and Ashkelon, and Azah, and Ekron, and the remnant of Ashdod, Edom and the Moab, or Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon, and all the kings of Tyrus, and all the kings of Zidon, and the kings of the isles which are beyond the sea, Dedan and Tamah, and Buz, and all that are in the utmost corners. Verse 24. And all the kings of Arabia, and all the kings of the mingled people that dwell in the desert, and all the kings of Zimri. The Most High is naming a whole lot of different nations right now, all different people. And all the kings of Zimri, and all the kings of Elam, and all the kings of the Medes, and all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world, which are upon the face of the earth. The Most High just said all the kingdoms of the earth. Now, you tell me if you have ever heard of a world war after I read this. Tell me if you have ever heard of a world war after I read this. Okay? And the Most High says, and all the kingdoms of the world, which are upon the face of the earth, and the king of Shishak shall drink after them. Verse 27. Therefore you shall say unto them, This saith YAH of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, Drink ye and be drunken, and spew, and fall, and rise no more, because of the sword which I will send among you. And it shall be, if they refuse to take the cup at your hand to drink, then shall you say unto them, Thus saith YAH of hosts, Ye shall certainly drink. For lo, I begin to bring evil on the city which is called by my name, and should you be utterly unpunished, ye shall not be unpunished, for I will call for a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth, saith YAH of hosts. Therefore prophesy you again them all these words, and say unto them, YAH shall roar from on high, and utter his voice from his holy habitation. He shall mightily roar upon the habitation. He shall give a shout as they that tread the grapes against all the inhabitants of the earth. A noise shall come even of the ends of the earth. For YAH has a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith YAH. So I've never heard of a world war until I read this. The Most High said that all the nations of the earth will be destroyed. It's not just going to be a couple nations here, a few nations, no, or big nations, no, all the kingdoms of the earth. And the Most High will give up the wicked to the sword. That is a world war. That is the definition of a world war. Verse 31 says, A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth. For YAH has a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith YAH. Thus saith YAH of hosts, Behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coasts of the earth. And the slain of YAH shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered, nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. So we've never seen this before yet. We've never ever seen a world war that ended in no one being buried. Just bodies everywhere, stinking up the place, and just, they're not even going to be lamented. They won't be missed. They won't be buried. in verse 34. Howl, ye shepherds, and cry, and wallow yourselves in the ashes, ye principal of the flock, for the days of your slaughter and of your dispersions are accomplished, and you shall fall like a pleasant vessel, and the shepherds shall have no way to flee, nor the principal of the flock to escape. A voice of the cry of the shepherds and a howling of the principal of the flock shall be heard, for Yah has spoiled their pasture, and the peaceable habitations are cut down because of the fierce anger of Yah. He has forsaken his covert as the lion, for their land is desolate because of the fierceness of the oppressor, and because of his fierce anger. Praise Yah. Because of his fierce anger, it will all be desolate. Praise Yah. Praise the Almighty Yah. Let's go to Malachi chapter 4, verse 6, the last page of the Most High's Word, the last verse of the Most High's Word. And it says, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. Well, we're going to see if the Most High is going to smite the earth with a curse. Let's go to Isaiah 24. And let's read Isaiah 24 starting at verse 1. Behold, Yah makes the earth empty, and makes it waste, and turns it upside down, and scatters abroad the inhabitants thereof. So the Most High is trashing his own. He lets it just waste. It's just wasting away. The Most High is watching the earth waste away because of us, because of people. The Most High is watching this. And so it says in verse 2, and it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. Verse 3, the land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for Yah has spoken this word. The earth mourns and fades away. The world languish and fades away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. So the earth is fading away right now. That's why it is dying, right? Verse 5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Verse 6, therefore have the curse devoured the earth. And what was the covenant that the Most High promised with the earth? To never flood the earth again, right? Well, we broke that covenant with our wickedness. We're just as evil as the beginnings. Just as evil. We broken the covenant with the earth has broken the covenant. Therefore this is the curse from Malachi 4 and 6. The curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. The new wine mourns, the vine languish, all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice ends, the joy of the harp ceases. They shall not drink wine with a song, Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. The city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as the shaking of an olive tree, and as the gleaning grapes when the vintage is done. They shall lift up their voice, they shall sing for the majesty of YAH. They shall cry aloud from the sea. Wherefore glorify ye YAH in the fires, even the name of YAH Elohim of Israel in the isles of the sea. So we're not glorifying the name of YAH, and it's obvious to see why the world is being destroyed today. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise why the world is being completely destroyed. And it's because people refuse to turn to the Most High. You can say it and say it and say it and say it over and over and over. And maybe, just maybe, one person will listen. Maybe one. Majority of people are not going to listen because the majority of people don't serve YAH. The majority of people don't have trust in the Creator. The majority of people hate the Creator. And that's just the way it is. Because how are you going to love the Creator and you're not even trying to figure out who the Creator is? That's like saying you love somebody, you ain't even trying to get to know him. You say, yeah, I love him. I sure love that man right there. I love him. I love him. What's his name? I don't know. What does he like to do? I don't know. What is he like being around? Like, what's his personality? I don't know. But you love this person? Like, how can you love the Creator when you don't try to get to know the Creator? You're not trying to have a relationship with the Creator. You're not seeking the Creator. We say a lot of things out our mouths, but do we actually mean these things? So yes, you can keep saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it until you're blue in the face and people are still going to do what they're going to do. But why do we continue to do what we do? Because we serve the Creator. So we're going to continue to do what's pleasing in the sight of the Most High. Period. Nothing is personal. It's all about the Most High. So verse 13 says, when thus it shall be in the midst of the land, among the people, there shall be as the shaking of an olive tree, and as the gleaning grapes when the vintage is done. They shall lift up their voice, and they shall sing for the majesty of YAH. They shall cry aloud from the sea. Wherefore glorify ye YAH in the fires, even the name of YAH Elohim of Israel in the isles of the sea. From the uttermost part of the earth have we heard songs, even glory to the righteous. But I said, my leanness, woe unto me. The treacherous dealers have dealt treacherously. Yeah, the treacherous dealers have dealt treacherously. Fear and the pit and the snare are upon you, O inhabitants of the earth. So you don't even see it coming. You don't even know that there's fear, a pit, a snare, a trap waiting for you on the earth because the Most High does all these things. You can be sitting in your house one moment and sink into the ground in a sinkhole the next. You can be walking down the street and all of a sudden somebody hits you with a car. You could be walking down the street and some huge object could just come crush you and fall down on you. And forget all of that, right? Forget all the elements on the earth, the snares and the traps. You could be laying in your bed and just have a heart attack and just not wake up. This is why the Most High is the one that we should be working for more than man. The Most High is releasing us from bondage. In verse 17 it says, or verse 18 it says, "And it shall come to pass that he who flees from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that comes up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake." So when the skies crack open, that's not a day that you really should be looking forward to. I don't think any of us should really be looking forward to the day of the sky cracking open. Because the Most High tells us when the sky crack open, it says, uh, in verse 18, "And it shall come to pass that he who flees from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that comes up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in a snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake." When the sky opens, all hell is going to break loose. And verse 19, "The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again." Did you hear? Did you hear that? The earth shall fall and not rise again. So the only thing keeping you afloat is the Creator. If it wasn't for the Creator, the earth wouldn't be where it is right now. Right? In verse 21 it says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that YAH shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited. Then the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed, when YAH of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion, and in Jerusalem, and before his ancients gloriously." Praise Yah. Praise Yah. The Most High told you. It, it ain't no coming back from that. There is no coming back from that. You know what also the Most High also said that there would be a new heavens and a new earth. A new heavens and a new earth. But a lot of people are not on that level to understand um, that there's nothing impossible for the Most High to do, because the Most High already created this earth. The Most High already created the heavens. So it's not hard to believe that the Most High can do it again. I mean, come on now. We're living proof. Proof. Everything on this earth is proof. The Most High has already done it. Why can't the Most High do it again? Why does that sound like a fairy tale to some people? It's weird. Isaiah 65. Let's go to Isaiah 65. And let's start at verse 8. And it says, "Thus saith Yah, as the new wine is found in a cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it, so will I do for my servants' sakes, that I may not destroy them all." Verse 9, "And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob, and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains, and my elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell there. And Sharon shall be a fold of flocks, and the valley of Achor a place for the herds to lie down in, for my people that have sought me." In verse 11, "But ye are they that forsake YAH, that forget my holy mountain, and prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number." In verse 12, Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer, when I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. And we do it to this day. We always go out looking for ways to be wicked. We're looking for ways to go against the Creator. We're looking for ways to not honor Yah. I remember them that when before I had children, boy, before I had children, I was never in the house. I was a sinner. I was never in the house. And so we go out and we're looking for trouble. And those are the things that the Most High delights not in, right? The Most High does not delight in those things. Verse 13 says, Therefore, thus saith Yah Elohim, Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For Yah Elohim shall slay you, and cause his servants, or call his servants by another name, that he who blesses himself in the earth shall bless himself in Yah of truth. And he that swears in the earth shall swear by Elohim of truth, because the former troubles are forgotten, because they are hid from my eyes. Verse 17, For behold, I will create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. The Most High can do all these things. New heavens, new earth, new mind, new body, new spirit. We go and get surgery for these things. I mean, you can go and get surgery for your body on the outside, but you can't get surgery for the inside, your mind. That's even more special. Do they have surgery for wisdom? Is there a surgery for wisdom out there where you can just put all the wisdom inside of somebody instantly and they can have all the wisdom? No, you can't, because there's certain things that come from man and there's certain things that come from the Creator only. Which is why there's another reason we should be putting all of our trust in the Creator. So let's go to verse 17 and read it again. And it says, For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. Verse 18, But be ye glad, and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. Why? Because this is a common thing. It's a common thing for people to cry because they're mourning, they're grieving a loss, especially in our nation. It's a normal occurrence, a normal thing for us. And that's why the Most High had to mention that the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. Only rejoicing. The Most High don't want to hear us crying. But we don't want to stop doing the horrible things that we do as a nation, especially to each other. Verse 20 says, There shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that has not filled his days. For the child shall die 100 years old. The child's going to be 100. The Most High is going to restore our days, our lives, right? But the sinner, being 100 years old, shall be accursed. See, don't we witness that today? At 100 years old, we are accursed. We look afflicted. We look decrepit. We look like we're becoming a corpse. We're withering away. That's what it looks like when we live in a world full of sin. But a 100-year-old in the Most High's kingdom is like a child. Verse 21. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and my elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of YAH, and their offspring with them. They are the seed of the blessed of YAH, not going to labor in vain. Labor in vain, because that is what we do in this system. This current system is laboring in vain. Yes, you get that money, you go and do some of the things you want to do, reach some of your goals, but then what? Because the earth is still fading away. The earth is still polluted. There's still wars going on. There's still trouble on the earth. There is no peace. The people are still wicked. You get the money, and then the people that you're around give you problems for having it. You see? And it's just like, you can't live in peace in a world like that. So something has to change. Something's got to give. The only way for the earth to be restored is to turn back to the one who created the earth, or turn to the creator if you have never known the creator, or the creator has never known you, right? But that's the best thing that anybody can do. In verse 23, it says, they shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of YAH, and their offspring with them. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, saith YAH. You see? And that brings back another thing, another part of that I wanted to talk about with the serpent. His curse is mentioned, but the curse of man and woman is nowhere mentioned in Isaiah 65. The Most High mentioned that the serpent's meat shall be dust. There is no blessing the serpent again. There is no taking away the curse of the serpent. The serpent will still eat dust, but it doesn't mention the curse of Adam and Eve, because the people won't be cursed. We will not be cursed when we keep righteous laws, and everything will be how the Most High intended for everything to be in Genesis chapter 1. Just everything following the Most High's law, because in the beginning everything followed the Most High's law. Everything that the Most High had created followed the Most High's law in the beginning. It wasn't until we got to man that the Most High's laws started to be broken. But that's all I wanted to bring about today because I wanted to go and do some more studying. Um, and I will come back with another video. I hope everyone is having a blessed Shabbat. Praise the Almighty Yah, for his mercy endureth forever. Shalom, shalom.